actually, let's give you all just like 30 seconds.
Okay.
And if you do not have pen and paper, grab some right now. I give you 30 minutes to go. 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 seconds. Do not take 30 minutes. We will be long gone.
We'll see you guys at 7 with your pen and paper.
30 seconds. Grab it. You're going to need it. We're rearranging too.
Terry, we saw Layla when she was on the screen. Hey, Layla. Look at those cheeks. I just want to squeeze them.
So cute.
There's so many things that are cute on babies that aren't cute when you're not a baby anymore. Like Kylie's video she posted of Carter. Did you see him when he was spinning in circles, just hitting his belly?
It's not funny as an adult, but cute as a baby.
But it was super cute on him. Everybody got their pen and paper ready? Like fat, LOL. Yes, Bethany. Like fat.
Goodness for HC. All right.
Well, we're going to go ahead and open up in a word of prayer. If this is your first call, I guess we should introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Hopefully you have been added to our team page. We are the Slim Sisters. I think our team page is actually called the Sparkling Slim Sisters. But that's our team page. If you haven't been added to that page yet, make sure your direct upline adds you. My name is Amber Livesey.
I'm Jana Hooten, and we are real life sisters.
Yes, we are. And we are privileged and honored to be Diamond Ambassadors with this company, and that is only because of all of you, our amazing team, that we ever even achieved that. So we cannot say thank you enough. We love each and every one of y'all so very much. We're honored that you're here with us. We see some of you in your cars, some of you with your babies and your grandbabies, and we can tell that you are making a sacrifice just to be on this call tonight, and we're so glad that you did. We think we have some really good things. Now, we didn't make the video about the call. Our friend Randa Blackley made that video, so hopefully she didn't hype it up too much.
No, it's going to be good.
So, but it is going to be good. We have notes and everything, y'all. I mean, that like never happens. Most of the time we just wing it. So, no, I'm kidding. Let's go ahead and open up in a word of prayer. And I'm going to ask if my friend Sabrina, would you unmute for me and open us up in a word of prayer just to pray over our time together tonight? Oh, where'd she go?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you so much for this time that we have to share together. Thank you for this time that you've given us. Lord, I pray that we will use this time wisely and apply what Jana and Amber have to tell us to our businesses, Lord, so that we can do the best we can, most of all, to honor you. Thank you so much for the time that they've put into it and for being willing to help us. Lord, thank you so much for everything you do for us. Most of all, thank you for loving us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Hold on just a minute. It says we are sharing Jonette Crawford's screen. There we go. There we go. Someone just accidentally pushed a button. So, anyway.
All right. So, we're really excited about tonight. Amber and I were talking a few nights ago, and we're most of you know that I'm not going to go into any details, but I've not worked a whole lot the last 17 months due to losing our daughter. And Amber, obviously, being the aunt, took off a long time too. So we've been talking a lot the last little bit, ready to kind of make a comeback. And I don't know exactly what that looks like, but you know what? God does. And so I just know that I feel most days, I feel like my heart is ready and my mind is ready. So we're here tonight, and I'm just going to follow the Lord, and we're going to follow where he leads us. And so we want to bring you on this journey. If some of you guys have taken a break, this is the perfect night for you. If you haven't taken a break, this is the perfect night for you. If you are brand new and signed up yesterday, this is the perfect night for you. So we really tried to design the content we're going to give you tonight for everyone, and you'll understand that why as we go through here. So we're very excited. I want you guys to really pay attention and take lots of notes. And throughout the night, we are actually going to be announcing 3 separate contests, which we were a little leery of because we were like, that's a little confusing. But then we got to thinking we have a really smart team. So surely you guys can handle 3 contests, right? Okay.
Hey, it's just more prizes.
It's more prizes for you. So we're going to announce those throughout the night. The biggest contest that you are going to want to be a part of with the biggest prizes is going to be announced at the very end. So stay with us because you're going to want to hear about that. one of the things that Amber and I were talking about, I guess, I don't know what night we were talking, Wednesday or Thursday night, we were talking, and at the Diamond meeting in Orlando at convention, one of the things that struck me, and it always does every time that comes up, it was the diamond and the sapphires in the meeting. And one thing that came up repeatedly, even to the diamond and the sapphires, was how we have to constantly be going back to the basics. It's so easy when you start to grow a team. It doesn't matter if you just get a few people on your team or you get hundreds on your team. It's very easy to go into management mode. And you never want to go into management mode, because management mode puts the brakes on your business. So we always have to be going back to the basics, or else your business will suffer.
So tonight we want to talk to you guys about how to get back to the basics. And for some of y'all, you may be sitting there going like, okay, I've heard this before. I promise you, if that's you, stay plugged in, because we want to try to give you guys some new tips. And we also want to reiterate some not so new tips, because we feel like we all need to hear this once again from time to time. Getting back to the basics, it sounds really easy. It actually is really easy. You talk to people, you post on social media, you take your products. Those are the basics of this business. And tonight, some of this might be old stuff for some of you. Maybe you've been around a while, but hopefully we are going to give you guys some new info, so stick with us.
And I'll tell you the number one thing that Amber mentioned that is the hardest for people. A lot of you can post on social media. A lot of you can take your products. But man, when it comes to actually talking to somebody one-on-one, that's when we freeze up, right? So that's the key. The key is you can post on social media all day long. You'll get some people to join you. But the key is following up with all your friends that see you post on social media. So we'll talk about that a little bit more as well. So like Amber mentioned, some of this will be old stuff for some of you that's been around for a while, but hopefully some of this is some new information. So first of all, we want to start off, we just did a convention recap call, so we're not going to obviously go over everything that happened at convention. You can go back and watch that call. But Amber and I are so excited about the new products. I hope that you are as excited as we are, and we get to talk about one, and then we're like, oh, but I'm so excited about this one. So do you want to share first?
Sure.
And then I'll share some personal experiences we are having with the new products.
First of all, I want you guys to remember that our new products, the new Slim HC, the Joyome, and the Lean, every single one of those, it's not like we just recreated an old product. They are brand new to Plexus, which means you have a brand new market now. Okay, all those people that you said, I've already reached out to them, they said no, reach out to them again. Talk to them about Joyome. I was talking with a friend, actually my friend Sabrina, who prayed for us. I was talking with her the other day, and I said, I feel like Joyome can almost be our gateway drug. That's probably not a good way to label it, but it can be a product. There we go. It can be our foot in the door for so many people. It really can, because it's skincare. It's something so completely different. And you guys, I cannot say enough great things about Joyome. I've never struggled a whole lot yet with wrinkles, but I have with acne, and it's cleared up. It's not clearing up. It has cleared up. And I know so many of you all have amazing stories about that as well. So continue. Even those people that have told you no about Plexus, make sure they know about Joyome. Use those samples. How many of you are sending out samples of Joyome? There are very few skincare products that you can go to and say, hey, I need a sample of this. I just want to try it out a little bit. You can't do that with very much. The fact that we even have these is incredible. Send out those samples. When you send your Joyome sample, drop a stick of Slim HC in there with it too. Just one stick. You don't have to send a whole trial pack. Just one thing. Say, hey, this is a new product as well. Thought you might like it. Doesn't have to be a big, long paragraph about why you like Slim HC or why you think they may like it or whatever. Just drop it in. They'll take it. They'll like the flavor of it. See how positive I'm being? They will like the flavor of it. They'll want to know more about it. Okay. Do y'all love the flavor of Slim HC? I love it. I will tell you my favorite way to drink it is ice cold. I mix it in a bottle of water first, pour it into a cup of ice. And if I'm out near one, I'll go through Sonic. I'll order a large water with strawberries, lemons, and limes. I pour my Slim HC in it. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. But even without all of that, it's delicious. I had one on the way to church this morning. You guys, I've been taking Slim HC since May the 5th, I think was when we were in Phoenix. And then I started on lean right after a convention. I'm down 6 pounds. I posted today on Facebook. Thank you. I saw one person clap. Thank you, Danette. You're my new best friend. I posted today something on Facebook that the other day a pair of shorts came off without even having to unbutton them. Okay, so I know I'm down inches. I just need inches. Inches. I just need to measure.
Helps with those too.
It helps your inches. Anyway, you guys, these products, I love all of our products, and I take all of our products. I love ease. I was shocked. We have a meeting just for diamonds the day after a convention is over, just for us to give feedback to corporate. And they told us that ease is our most least bought product. I was floored.
Well, one of the lowest.
One of the lowest.
Yes.
Y'all, ease is incredible. I love all of our products, so don't get me wrong. But with these 2 new ones, we have just hit a massive market. You've now got skincare. You've now got weight loss, okay? Sometime when you're watching an hour-long TV show or a movie or something, don't fast forward the commercials and watch what the commercials are for. So many of them are for skincare and weight loss. It is the 2 biggest markets right now, and we've got both of them in all natural organic products. That's huge. So please, 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 there's so many people that have told each and every one of us no, but that was before we had these products. Your warm market, in my opinion, is never really gone unless every single person in your warm market is on your team. Okay?
Yeah.
So don't ever forget that.
Yeah, and this is the perfect opportunity to go back to those people that told you no, and the way you go back to them is say, okay, I think Plexus has a product you're going to be interested in now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you go back to them. It's as simple as that. I think Plexus has a product. Can I send you a sample? So for me, I am loving Slim HC. I love it, love it. I have dropped now... Well, let me think. I've dropped, I believe I'm down 6, 7-ish pounds since I've started it, which I needed to lose it. So,
Danette can be your best friend.
Love it.
She clapped for
Thank you, Danette. Yay! I really do love it. The cool thing to me is when I start seeing people that I love have changes. So my daughters have been using Joyome, both of them. I've got one that's 20 now, and my other daughter here is 14. And they're both using the products. So Emma and Sarah both are using Joyome. Their faces are so clearing up. You know, they're at that age, lots of acne. And I'm telling you, like, it's like night and day difference. The other day, I told y'all the other day on a video that we were in a store, we were in Target, and we were looking at the beauty products. And Sarah goes, Mom, remember when I used to be so into face mask? And I said, yes. She used to love to buy face mask. She goes, I don't need it anymore because of Joyome. Like, Joyome is like better than any face mask. I said, I know. That's my 14-year-old, you know? And so it's funny because she's like, Mom, every time Amber sees me, meaning Amber, she goes, she says, your face looks so good. And it does.
I
like,
said
she
it tonight
gets
when I came over.
compliments on her skin. Her skin, my 14-year-old skin, is glowing, and it did not look, I mean, it wasn't terrible before, but it did not look like that before. So I love it when it's helping somebody that I love. My oldest daughter is 20, and she started using consistently Slim HC. Honestly, so I'm not lying about this. She's 20, so she's young, and we all know that the younger you are, the losing weight is easier, right? She started using it, though, I am going to say the very beginning of June. It has not been a month. And tonight, I asked her first if I could share this with you. Tonight, before we got on the call, I said, give me an update, because when she got ready for church this morning, Steve and I were both like, Steve looked at me, my husband, who, you know, he's kind of oblivious sometimes. He's a man. And no offense to all men, we love you. But he goes, I can tell Emma's lost weight. I said, I can too. And so tonight, she's on the couch. She goes, Mom, I've lost 9 pounds. And she has dropped 9 pounds. So you talk about a a boost to her her self-confidence, and she's like, I can do this. And she'll tell you she credits it to Slim HC. So everybody's going to ask what she's doing. I will tell you, I can't get my words out. I'm trying, I promise. Emma is taking 3 Slims a day. Okay, so I take 2. A lot of people just take 1. You will get results with 1. But Emma just got to a point where she was just, after everything we've been through, our health is honestly, we lost my daughter, my 16-year-old daughter. And so, you kind of put your health on the back burner, and plus just going through all that does a number to your health. And we all gained weight. I wasn't cooking at all. There was no exercise going on. And so she just finally got to a point, she's like, I'm just ready to do this. So she asked me the other day, she goes, is it okay if I take 3? I said, yes, you can take 3. There's not any harm in you taking 3 a day. So Emma takes 3 a day. And yesterday we were standing in line at Lowe's, and we were purchasing some stuff, and, they have all the candy right there. And she looked at it and she goes, Mom, it is so crazy. I don't even want it. She goes, it's so weird how the Slim HC makes me not even want it. And if I do eat it, it almost makes me feel so gross. So she's rocking it. I'm excited for her, and there is nothing like seeing that happen for someone that you love and you care about, and you care about their health. So Slim HC is a game changer. It is hands down a game changer. I don't care who in your life has used the other Slims. They are amazing and they will rock people's worlds. But Slim HC is the game changer. Weight loss is king. We've heard that over and over, and you can offer somebody hope. You can give them to them in a healthy way. And so I'm watching Emma eat healthy foods. She wants to go for the healthy foods. That's what she wants now. So it's super exciting. Amber and I just had our lean for dinner. It was so good. I make it with ice, water, 2 scoops of lean, and I use that PB2, the powdered peanut butter, and I feel stuffed right now. I don't know about you. I do. I feel stuffed. And so Emma's not doing that. My other daughter is. Sarah is using lean as a meal replacement, and I am as well. So we love it. It's so good in the blender. It's much better in the blender.
I had one in a blender bottle on the way to church this morning, and I got it. I drank it, but it is much better in the blender.
And remember, it's a protein drink. It is not, somebody the other day said, I have to remember it's not a Frosty. It is not a Frosty, but I will tell you that I love it. PB2, I get it at Target, Linda. You can get it online. Most stores carry it now, just in the peanut butter section. Okay, so that's a little bit of how, personally, I'm loving Joyome, by the way. I'm not going to go way into that, but love it. Never miss it. I can tell my skin, I have such dry skin, and it is totally changing the dryness in my skin. So Joyome is, I know Linda, talking about Linda just signed up a new ambassador the other day that had told her no to products, but saw Joyome, and she wants Joyome. So it is a whole new market for us.
So I hope we've gotten you guys at the beginning of this call a little bit excited and a little bit pumped up. We have got these products that they seriously are absolute game changers. We're not just saying that, we believe it ourselves. This is what we're telling our potentials of how much these products are doing for us and for others that we know and love. So we hope you guys will take that and run with it, but we want to continue giving y'all some tips and things that you can do to further your business. Obviously, that's not all we're going to say on this call. If it was, we really overhyped it. Although I'm not so sure we did, because these products are just that good. They really, really are. We've been in Plexus for 4.5 years. Jana joined in October of 2013. I joined in November of 2013. And I got to tell you, I have never, and I mean this wholeheartedly, I've never been more excited about our product line. I really, really haven't. I've never also been more excited about our corporate as a whole and where we're headed with corporate. We're going to talk about that here in just a little bit. So for those of you that are getting started for the very first time, for those of you that are saying, okay, I pushed pause a little bit and I'm ready to make a comeback, we are ready to make that comeback with you. We are ready to go all in, 100%, both feet, and jump in. Who's ready to do it with us? Anybody? Okay. We've got to remember the comeback, it can be harder, but it can also be so much sweeter. I think Jana was going to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, and so I want to talk to you just about making a comeback. Some of you, that is not you because you never took a break. So let's stop and let's applaud you right now because you really do deserve it. There's some of us, though, we've been forced into a break. Maybe it was just timing-wise, we needed to take a break. But you can make a comeback. And like Amber said, most of the time, the comeback's even sweeter than the first time. So when you're making a comeback, though, here's what you have to constantly remember. You have to know that the people that have been watching you, that includes potentials that maybe are going to join your team and be your next rock star because they're out there. And we're talking about your team members already, your customers, your family. That's sometimes a really big one. Your family is watching you. Even sometimes that includes your spouse, your children, your parents, your siblings. They are watching you now probably more so than they ever have been. They're watching to see how serious you are. So sometimes we think in our head, we're like, I'm ready for a comeback. I'm ready to do this again. I'm ready to jump in. I'm ready to climb the top. I'm ready to be a jewel. I want to go to Hawaii. I want that Lexus. And then what we do is, so we have decided that we're making the comeback, but we have to let the rest of the world know that we're making that comeback. And it's not as easy sometimes. We can say it once, but that doesn't work. We have to continually say it. I'm here for good. I'm here for good. I'm not going anywhere. You're going to join my team. You're going to want to grow with me. You're going to be a jewel with me over and over and over, because I guarantee you, unfortunately, there's those out there that are just waiting to see you quit again. And so don't let them see that happen to you. Don't let them see that you're going to quit on this business again. So just know that sometimes the comeback is harder. You have to maybe work a little bit extra, double hard than you did the first time, but it is sweeter. And think of the story you're going to have to share with all of Plexus whenever you hit jewel status and you hit emerald and you get to tell them about how you got there. So just know, though, you're going to have to repeatedly let people know that you are back. So, Amber, you want to take it?
That was good. I got a little.
I
started picturing people that I'm seeing on this call, and I started thinking about when you all become jewels and what your diamond documentaries are going to be like, and your first trip to the Lexus dealership, and your first time with us in Hawaii. Like, I started thinking about that, and it's exciting. It's really, really exciting. So we want to start off giving you guys some practical tips on how to start or maybe restart your Plexus business. So you're either starting or you're rebooting, okay? And for those of you that you never took that time off like Jana was talking about, still want y'all to take some notes here, because odds are you've got some people on your team that's going to need this information. It's good information.
Yeah, that's one thing I did want to cover in the beginning. Even if you're doing the next few minutes what we're talking about, you should be able to train your team members backwards and forwards with this information. So if you already think you know it, listen closely and take notes so that you can train your team.
We're not going to train you guys backwards, but do you want to take it? No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to go back to the basics for just a few minutes. All right, we're going to talk about, first of all, posting on social media. Okay, we used to talk a lot just about posting on Facebook, but there's this whole other world that's opened up called Instagram. As the kids call it, Insta. I tried to get it calling the gram, but that didn't catch on. Instagram. We're going to talk to you guys in a few minutes about a particular video we want y'all to watch that talks a lot about posting on Instagram. Couple things about posting on social media at all. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you're at, whatever platform you're using, is you've got to stay positive, you've got to stay passionate, and you've got to stay consistent. Everything that we talked about our products at the beginning of this call, we can't just talk to each other with that kind of excitement. We've got to obviously talk to our potentials and even our posts on social media with that kind of excitement. And we've got to keep it positive overall for the most part. Okay. And you guys have heard me talk about that a lot. But make sure that your social media presence is a strong one. Make sure that your posting is going to add up with where you're wanting to be in this company. Here's what I mean by that. If I'm only posting once every couple of days, I'm probably not growing my team very quickly. And if that's where I want to land somewhere in Plexus, that's okay. But if I want to be a jewel in this company, I got to step up my game. I got to be posting 3, 4, even 5 times on social media every single day. I'm not talking about posting 5 times about Plexus every single day. You've got to work some personal posts in there. There are a couple people on our team that do this really, really well. One that's staring back at me right now is Kylie Schwane. Kylie does an excellent job. I'm going to get you so many followers, Kylie. Kylie does an excellent job at working in her personal posts. Her pretty for dinner. I mean, her food she makes for dinner. I'm ready to come over. When y'all move to Dallas, we're coming over every night. But she also makes sure, even within those personal posts, she still talks about Plexus some, and then she also makes sure to make her just Plexus post. You don't want your whole news feed or your whole Instagram feed to just be Plexus, 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 but it does need to be there. Okay, there's someone else that I want to recommend you guys follow on Facebook, Julia Carty. She's a Diamond Ambassador. She is really well at knowing how to brand herself, okay? She's a mom of 4 kiddos, I think. They have a hashtag Carty Chaos, okay? She's really, really good at that. She's in Yonder K right now. We're not there. We're in Jana's kitchen, but that's okay.
We're in my dining room.
Over Yonder K. Is that what it's called?
Something like that. Yes.
Beyond K, Yonder. I don't know what it's called.
It's a private island. That looks
private
amazing.
island they get to go to, and it's incredible. That's where the very top convention. I'm talking really loud, aren't I? Sorry, a little bit. I'll reel it back in. I get so excited, you guys. Her name is Julia Cartee, Cartee. Follow her
if
on
nothing
Facebook.
else, some of those people, if you can't send them a friend request, you can just click follow and you can see what they do. And you can find the same people, obviously, on Instagram as well. Hang on. I want to talk about this too. Okay. So, one thing that I'm gonna make sure I do is I'm going to make a post on the Slim Sisters page this evening. I'm gonna make sure I make a note to do that, and it's just gonna be a post of who do you follow, what Plexus people do you follow on Facebook and Instagram, and you guys comment on there with the people that inspire you to make posts of you like what they share personally, you like what they share about Plexus. You guys, when I make that post, you guys comment on there so that we can all get a great idea of who else we can go follow on Facebook and on Instagram. I'll tell you who else. I saw Dawn was on here, Dawn Hill. So Dawn got off of the call the other night before I got to kind of give her some kudos. Dawn was the only person on this whole team that won every convention prize that there was. And so Dawn's a rock star. Yes, give Dawn a hand.
Is she still on tonight?
She was on here. Please tell me she's on here. Are you on here, Dawn? Say hi.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Okay.
April Dawn Hill.
Okay, so Dawn does a fabulous job of posting on Facebook. I saw her just post about running. Like she went for 2 runs today. Like who does that? But Dawn does. I love her. She motivates me. And Dawn does a great job about posting about Plexus and posting personal. And I want to follow up with that because we talked a little bit about in the beginning about the 3 things: talk to people, social media posts, and take your products if you want to be successful. Here's how Dawn gets to the top of her game. Dawn talks to people. She doesn't just make social media posts. And if you want to Dawn's a sapphire. If you want to be a sapphire with Plexus, you have to open your mouth and talk to people. You really do. Social media will only get you so far. And it's not hard. It starts out with a conversation. It can start off with a text message or a private message of you saying, hey, Plexus now has a product I think you're going to love. And it can be Joyome, it can be Slim HC, but it opens up conversation. It says, can we meet for coffee? Can I call you? Some people do prefer to text. I have signed up rock stars that just want to text, and that's okay. But somehow, some way, it has to become personal, and you have to open your mouth, and you have to be able to host trainings, host calls, do things like that, because if all you ever do is post on social media, you might get a few customers and a few ambassadors, but that's as far as it's going to take you. So you have to be bold, you have to be brave, and you have to open your mouth. It's so important. Okay, so we're talking about social media, and we focus on it a lot because I think it's actually really cool. In my opinion, if you go back several years ago, Plexus was one of the first network marketing companies you ever saw started to be pushed on social media. It wasn't well received by some people, but that's okay, because it helped a lot of people grow amazing teams. Okay, so we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about rejection in just a little bit, and you have to be okay with rejection. It's okay. And social media is such an amazing free marketing tool. That's what it is. We've all seen how over time, more and more businesses have jumped on it. I mean, there's hardly any businesses out there now that you don't see on social media that doesn't have a page on Facebook and Instagram that you can go find. There's just not any out there. There's hardly a church that doesn't have a Facebook page or even an Instagram page. They all have it. And why do they have it? It's free marketing. It is 100% free marketing. So why would we not use it to get the word out? Why would we not use it to share what we have? But just like any business, if that's all we do and we never then contact people face to face to make, finalize the deal like your businesses do, then we have failed using social media. So you do have to learn how to use it the right way. So I'm going to announce a contest, but first I'm going to give you a minute of tough love because Amber gave me permission to do this earlier.
She was telling me about something. I'm like, tell them that on the call. Let me add one little tiny thing that I actually just thought of. And I think you guys will resonate with this. If I'm doing business with someone, for example, I go to the Lexus dealership and I meet this guy that I want to buy all my cars from now on, okay? Because I know him. I have a face-to-face connection. That way, if you have your Mary Kay lady, which you don't now because you have Joyome, or
we still need lipstick and
that's
stuff.
True. Whoever it may be, you have your person. It's much harder to quit on that person than if I just find someone online. For example, I tried out one of those places that like mail you razor blades every month, and I realized I'm not a big fan of these products and I have no loyalty to this company, and I just quit it. It was really easy for me to do. And that's exactly what we're talking about. We call this relationship marketing. Don't forget those words. This is not network marketing. Make it more personal. It's relationship marketing. Make sure people are getting to know you just as well as they're getting to know these products, and they're getting to know you as you take these products, as you love these products more and more and more. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so let's talk about contests for just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, especially those of you that have been with us for a long time, you know that I love contests. Like, I love them. It's part of my personality, makeup. I love doing them. I love giving away the prizes. I love competing in contests. I'm just a contest girl. They're fun to me. But there was also a time in my business early on that I realized that contests are great, but if I want to be a diamond, then I got to step above contest. I got to think above the next contest, whether it's a contest corporate gave me or it's a contest that my upline gave me. Mm-hmm. Those will honestly only get me so far if I constantly stay in contest mode. So you can think about it this way. Do I want to win the next contest and win the $25 Amazon gift card? I mean, who doesn't want a $25 Amazon gift card, okay? I mean, pretty exciting stuff. I mean, honestly, it is. I can remember a day when a $25 Amazon gift card was really big. I mean, I still get excited about it. I'm like, I want a gift card. I think they're awesome. But at some point, you have to change your thinking And you have to think above a $25 Amazon gift card. You have to think, do I want the Amazon gift card? Nothing wrong with earning it. Nothing wrong with working for it. Or do I want to do above and beyond and try to become an Emerald with Plexus and make $10,000 a month? Now, think about that. Now, it's just dumb to say, well, I'm just going to settle for the $25 Amazon gift card, isn't it? I mean, when you put it that way and you think about it, who wouldn't do the extra steps needed to go ahead and let's work towards being an Emerald with Plexus? So the tough love is this. On this past Saturday, I posted what did I call it? A Saturday training day. And I posted the most excellent video from my friend, Tara Castaneda. It is hands down one of my favorite videos that she did on the 5 levels of leadership and how it will help you. No, it won't just help you, how it will get you to the next level in Plexus. And I knew when I posted it, and I thought to myself, okay, I can make this a contest and say, I'm going to draw for 3 $25 Amazon gift cards. If I had done that, I would have probably now had 50 comments on it. And guess how many comments I had? I had 3. So 3 people on there. I said, comment with what you learned. So that is the perfect example to me of going above and beyond. There was nothing attached to that training, but it was training that I thought through, that I watched the video. I said, this is what my team needs. Like, you need this to get to the next level. And only 3 people commented on it. Now, more of you may have watched it. I don't know. But only 3 people commented. And if I'd made it a contest, I know there would have been more that watched it and commented. So, like I said, nothing wrong with contests, and I'm fixing to announce another one. Okay, so because I like doing it, and I like giving the prizes away. I think they're fun. I love doing it. But constantly be thinking in your head of how I'm going to go the extra step, how I'm going to go the extra mile so that I can reach my goals of where I want to with this company. And that's what's going to get you there. When we first started, Amber and I spent so many nights sitting in my living room watching every training video, and there wasn't very many. Now I could find you thousands of them done by diamonds, literally thousands of them if you want them. At the time, there was Sonia Dudley videos. Sarah Marble had some videos, maybe some from Sheila Medina. There was very few. And we watched them, and we watched them over and over, and there was no...
We took notes. We then talked to each other about them. I mean, I'm not trying to say do everything we did or anything like that. Goodness knows. I mean, we need help too. But we watched them. We talked about them. We took notes on them, and then we challenged our little tiny team with them. And we just kept going. I don't think, for me anyway, I've never really asked you this. For me, there was never a time after I realized how amazing Plexus is, meaning I truly understood our compensation plan. I knew I already loved the products, but I truly understand our comp plan. There was never a time for me when I went, I'm going to try to be a jewel. No, it was, I'm doing this. And I think it was the same way for Jana. We're both very competitive people. And I mean, it was on. And we were ready to do it together. So you've got to, like Jeannie said in the comments, you've got to do the contest and then some. Winning that prize isn't the end goal.
And when we're talking prizes, I'm even talking like, I want every one of you to be at Leaders Retreat. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to help you get there through a contest. But that is not your ultimate goal with this company. That is not, where you want it. It doesn't end when Leaders Retreat ends, is what we're saying. So you have to constantly be growing. You have to constantly be learning. So, okay, I don't think we lost any followers when I gave you that tough love. So,
no.
Yay, y'all stuck with me. Woo, woo. Give yourself a hand. Everybody give yourself a hand. Okay. And so, we are going to, tomorrow, I'm going to, hang on, let me see my notes. Okay, contest tomorrow. I'm going to make a post, and in that post is going to be a post totally about how to use social media to grow your business. And good news, not just Facebook. We are really working, Amber and I are working hard to try to grow Instagram and try to, we're figuring it out personally because we know jewels that are using it and they are the ones on the leaderboards all the time. So it is time we learn it. It's
we
time
know how
to
to use it. We're not that old. We're just
use
learning
it
how
to
to
grow our business
and getting followers.
I love watching stories. I watch stories all day long. So, but it's time we learn it, and we learn it as a team so that we can really try to use that free marketing right there. So watch for that post tomorrow. There will be prizes attached to it, but go above and beyond. There's lots of other trainings out there that other jewels have put out that I probably won't even post, but easy to find on YouTube of how to use social media. So it's out there. When we were planning for this, I mean, we found tons of great information that we're going to pass along, and lots of it, we just can't pass all of it along, but it's there on YouTube. We talked about, obviously, number one, I just feel like I can't reiterate enough that you have to talk to people personally. It is what will get you where you want to be. So for some of us, I'll be honest with you, we're very opposite. Amber can go up and just talk Plexus to somebody super easy. It is still hard for me. It's easier for me to think it through what I want to say in a text message or even in a post and share it that way and then go back and forth. But a lot of people need to hear your voice through the phone or in person. So step out of that comfort zone, get with people. Get them on the phone, whatever you have to do. That is when you, the statistics show that when you can meet with them face to face, you have like almost 100% success rate of signing them up. I mean, so there you go. If you want to know how to get to your next rank, get with them face to face. All right. Amber?
Okay. Something you said stuck out to me. We are, obviously I know this, but Jana and I are very opposite. And I don't know if that comes across when we do calls or on the team page or anything, if you don't know us personally, but we are. And yet we both became jewels in this company. So let that just be a little side note. It's not any particular kind of personality. It's not any particular, red, green, yellow, blue, all the color personalities. It's not any of that. It's work, consistency, and passion, okay? We're going to talk now. We're going to transition from how to post on Facebook to your potentials and all of that to how to post in your team page. Jan and I have gone back and forth on when to start a team page. And here's kind of what we've landed on. We want you guys to start your team page when you're ready to start your team page. Okay, don't drag your feet with it. If you've got a decent team, start your team page, okay? But you have to be ready to get on your team page to post on there and hear nothing in response. If you're not ready for that,
if you're not emotionally
ready for that, if it's going to hurt you, or if like only your mama's responded and you're like, hey mom, how you doing? What you got going on? Or you just hear crickets. You've got to kind of be emotionally ready for that. And if you don't feel like you are yet, that's okay. When Jana and I first started our team page, it was like that. It was crickets. It was like us and our mama and maybe our sister-in-law.
I don't think mom was even on there.
I don't know. But I mean, it was, but we kept going at it. We kept posting. We kept giving out these contests. They never have to be, by the way, when you do a contest in your team page, they never have to be a big, huge, extravagant contest. Do them for the free product. Okay, I'm going to give away a free bottle of X Factor. You then just upped your PV.
Or a free 3-day sample.
Yeah, 3-day sample. Or a $10 Amazon gift card. Do it for the small prizes. The point is you're engaging with your team. You're running those contests. You're keeping them motivated. You're keeping them excited. Okay?
Yeah. And so here's our next tips on it. One, if you are not ready, this is what we used to say. We used to say, when you hit gold, start a team page. What we have found is that not everybody's ready at gold. And some people are ready before gold. So you have to sit down with your sponsor and you need to think about, are you ready or are you not? And if you are ready, don't let anybody talk you out of it. Okay? Don't let anybody talk you out of it. I've seen that happen before. if you are not ready emotionally to handle crickets, then just wait and really keep it on, keep it in the back of your mind so that when you feel like the right time has come, you're ready to go, because you do want to be a leader. Once you start growing a team, you are a leader. So at some point it does have to happen, and it needs to happen. But this is what I want to tell you. If you are not going to run your own team page, if maybe you're not there yet, maybe you're brand new on here and you have no idea what we're talking about. We're talking about like the Slim Sisters page. At one point, that was a tiny little page with just a few people on it, okay? So if you are not ready, then this is the advice I want to give you. You must be extremely plugged in to your uplines, team page, or pages. Meaning you need to be commenting. You need to be participating on those team pages. You need to be welcoming people. And why? Because you're then adding your team to that team page, and they don't know anybody on that team. So when they see, okay, for instance, Ann. So Ann's on here. So say Ann doesn't have a team page. She does. But say she doesn't. And so she's going to plug way into the Slim Sisters page. And her team then is going to see, oh, Ann commented on that post. So, okay, then maybe it's okay for me to ask a question on here. Maybe, I guess I'm supposed to welcome people on here too. And then all of a sudden, they feel a part of that community. And we talk about community a lot. Community, in my opinion, that's where it starts on team pages, and then it spreads from there. But it has to start somewhere. There has to be a base, a home base for that community, right? And that's your team page. So I gave my leaders the other day, I have a separate page. When you go gold and above, you get added to that team page. And I gave them 5 tips, but I just thought of 6. So 5 things that you should consistently be posting on a team page. 1, testimonies. You can find them all over Facebook and Instagram. 2, product highlights. You can find them all over Facebook, Instagram, and in your virtual office. We won't talk about that a lot tonight, but there is so much information in your virtual office, in your back office. If you go digging, you will be overwhelmed at the amount of product information that Plexus has given us that nobody ever goes and looks for. So product information. 3, you want to post, okay, what else did I say today? You want to always post shout outs to your team. You want to post when anybody does anything. I don't care if they've just commission qualified for the month. They've got their $100 PV, or somebody signed a new ambassador, or they've signed a new customer. Give them a shout out on your team page. You want to post, somebody help me, what else did I say? I said testimonies, product information, shout outs. I said you also want to post, you want to make posts that demand a response. Mm-hmm. So that can be something as simple as every once in a while saying, what's everybody's weekend plans? What you having for dinner tonight? That gets people commenting on the page, and again, helps to build community. Okay. Let's see. What was the other one? Don't remember
it, but I can't remember all of it.
I'll think of it. I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. Let's see. There was one other one though that I thought of that. I know the last one that I didn't say the other day is live videos on your team page. You should actually be doing live videos on your personal page a lot to get your audience engaged, but you should most certainly be doing live videos on your team page to get your team plugged in, because you guys know when we do live videos on the Slim Sisters page, it makes a world of difference hopping on that than hopping on a video that I might make and then post. So live videos or a typed out post. So live videos are huge. And just remember, it's your family. I mean, your team is your family. So you can feel at home. You can feel comfortable getting on there and chatting with them. And there's still something else, but I don't remember what it was.
I wanted to throw something out. When Jana mentioned virtual office, we should have put this in our notes too, and I forgot. Have you guys seen, this is new. In our back office, you log in, you go to shop, virtual office, sorry.
They changed the name.
You go to shop, all of our products. You see this tiny, I wish it was bigger, this little button right there. Oh, can you see my phone? That looks like a play button. There is now a video for all of our products, which, by the way, that was a recommendation we gave them at our Diamond meeting, and within weeks it was up. There's a video for every one of our products to train you on how to use these products and on how to promote these products.
Well, and it's for when people are going to your page, they can tell them, say, watch that video. They can watch that video, learn about that product. And it's, I mean, we all know a video sells better than written information, written content. So that's a new thing. And there's going to be a lot more new stuff, but I'm telling you, for you too, you need to go into your virtual office, and there is pages and pages worth of advertisements and other great information for you.
Okay, back to team pages. Couple real quick tips. Stay consistent. Jana talked about this a little bit, going live on team pages, all that, but you've got to stay consistent posting in those pages. You don't want your team to hear crickets from you.
In my opinion, you should post at least 3 times a day. I don't care if anybody's commenting or not, and you have to remember that not everybody will see all 3 of your posts, depending on when they are on Facebook and when they see their news feed. So if you only post at 7 a.m., your people that never get on Facebook till they get home at the end of the day, they're not seeing your post.
Next, add everyone to your team page.
Everyone.
Whether they tell you they want the business or not, they joined you, so you're going to add them to your team page. We're talking to everyone who already has a team page or is ready to start their own, okay? If you do not have your team page, you are going to add every one of your level 1s to your direct uplines team page. Here's why we say that. When Jana first started with Plexus, she did not want to work this business. Somebody was running a contest on her team page. It inspired her. She wanted to win that contest. Then we both started seeing promotions, and we were like, wait a minute. That person went gold and got $250. I want $250. How do we do this? We had no interest in working this business. We were the crickets on the team page, right? We started seeing all of this stuff. It motivated us. It excited us. And there's even so much more now to talk about on those team pages with the new products, with Leaders Retreat coming up, with all of this new stuff, with Success at Home, which BT Dubs, our computer is sitting on 10, 20, 30, 40 copies. Y'all, these are awesome. Success from Home. We didn't even have this in our notes. We'll talk about it real quick. This is not a Plexus magazine.
It's a third party.
Show them the back of that magazine.
Third party.
There's a fossil ad on the back of the magazine, y'all. This is not a Plexus catalog. Success from Home is a completely separate thing than Plexus. They choose. Where am I from? New Jersey. They choose one business every month to highlight in their catalog. And guess what? Look who's in it,
and
y'all.
You can circle it and say, hey, I know her. And where's Amber?
I'm at the top because it goes in alphabetical order from first.
And you can be like, hey, I know her too.
You can literally go to Barnes & Noble and pull this off the newsstand. And we're in it, y'all. We'll sign it for you if you want.
Yes.
Yeah. But there's a lot of other people like Jen Hawkins and Brooke Hemingway and a lot of other jewels that many of you have met. And even if you haven't, you can say, hey, these are my Plexus friends. Check this out. Send those with your sample of Joyum, your sample of HC.
Yes.
They're awesome, awesome catalogs. So the whole catalog's about Plexus and apparently a fossil ad.
So if you're going to have a team page, stay consistent, add everyone. And that actually goes back, and I think it ties in what we were talking earlier. Sunday was running a contest. I haven't told this story in a long time. Sunday was running a contest, and it was for cash. I'm almost positive it was cash. I can't remember the exact amount. And I wanted to win it. Yeah, it was like $300. And you know I wanted it? It's because I needed a new vacuum. I desperately needed a new vacuum, and I still have that vacuum to this day. Like yesterday, it wasn't working just right, and Emma was like, get a new vacuum. I'm like, I'm not getting a new vacuum. I will fix this thing because this vacuum's not going anywhere, because it really does have like sentimental meaning to me. But that's one reason I do contest, is because it gets people excited, especially new people. But once I got in there and I realized that, oh my gosh, there's a lot more than contest. That's what I was talking about, going above and beyond. So let's talk about consistency, just consistency in your business. Oh my goodness, it's huge, huge, huge. And if you are...
Talk like Trump. It's huge.
I'll let you do that.
Sorry.
If you are on here and you're with us and you're like, I'm ready to make a comeback, I'm ready to be the comeback kid and do this again, consistency is your best friend. And I mean, it's that way in a lot of areas of our life, right? But consistency truly it is going to be the key to you being successful. I can't tell you how many times I see it over and over. Somebody jumps into the business. They want to share on Facebook, for 10 days, and then they're upset because they're not silver yet or whatever, and so then they quit, and then they're like 2 months later, like, I really need this. I'm going to come back. And so they make a few more posts, and then they quit. And those of you that have been around for a while, you've seen it. And don't you just want to scream, but you're not consistent. You're not consistent, and your audience sees that. And so when someone's not consistent, okay, so let me ask you, if I went and I worked out the next 10 days solid, and then I took 2 months off, and then I came back and I worked out 3 more days solid, and then I took another month off, would you guys consider that me consistently working out? No. I mean, no one would. And would you look at me when I said I didn't lose 20 pounds? Would you look at me and be like, well, okay, you took 2 months off. Like, it doesn't work that way. It's the same way with your business. Hands down, the same way with your business. So if you are not doing the things we're talking about tonight consistently, then you're just not going to see the results. So you're back in the game, and you are ready to go. Determine that you're going to be consistent. And if that just means that you're going to take 15 minutes 6 days a week, then you're going to take 15 minutes 6 days a week. And there is nothing going to come in the way of doing that. You're going to decide, you're going to break up that 15 minutes into 5-minute increments, and you're going to decide exactly what you're going to do with those. And you're going to set a timer, and you're going to do it for 15 minutes. If you want to do it for 30 minutes every day, you're just going to see better results. Think of it again as working out. The more I decide, if I work out for an hour a day, I'm going to have better results than I did working out 30 minutes every day, right? So just decide what you're going to do, and there's nothing that's going to get in your way and nothing going to distract you. You'll get out of this what you put into it. So I like this. You do have to find a pace that matches up with your goals, and you have to work at that pace. So you have to set the goal, you have to figure out what it is you want, and you have to work at that pace. Something on that video that I did post from Tara Castaneda the other day that stuck out at me, and I've heard this said so many times, and I love that she addressed it, because sometimes we're so afraid, and like even me just, kind of, if I ever give you any tough love, which I rarely do, I'm not your boss. Mm-hmm. I'm not. I'm here to help you grow, but you are your own boss. This is your business. You are self-employed. And so you can make this what you want to make it. But something she said stuck out at me. I have heard it said, and I'm sure you have too, where somebody will come to me and they'll say, yeah, I want to go gold, but I'm just going to let it happen organically. We hear that word a lot. I'm just going to let it happen organically. And Tara said
I just saw some of your faces going, what?
Tara said this so I can say it too, I guess. I laugh. In the back of my head, I'm going, okay, all right, well, I'm just going to let my 20 pounds I want to lose happen organically. I'm not gonna put too much effort.
Or if you're a business owner, I'm just gonna let new customers come to me organically. I'm not gonna promote.
It's not gonna happen. So if your goal is to go gold, or if your goal is to go emerald, or anything in between, or diamond, whatever it is, if you're going for diamond, you already know that it doesn't just happen organically, right, Dawn? So you have to work towards that goal. It's not just going to fall into your lap, and one morning you're going to be like, oh, the angels are singing. I went emerald this morning. How did that happen? I don't know. It just doesn't happen that way. There has to be work put into it. That sounded weird. Did you hear my voice just now? It got really manly sounding. Let me clear my throat. Okay, so you guys know, don't fall for that trap. You have to set a goal. You have to work towards it. As somebody mentioned, an accountability partner. Yes, a positive accountability partner. Be choosy who your accountability partner is. Somebody that will drive you to the next goal, not somebody that will give you permission to take 3 weeks off just because you stubbed your big toe. Okay? So
and let me throw a little tip in. Not an accountability group. Yeah. You're going to get too many cooks in the kitchen. You're going to get too much advice. It's going to overwhelm you. And you are inevitably going to get negativity when it's a group. Have an accountability one-on-one partner. And what I love is if you will reach out to your direct upline, or even me and Jana, if we're not that for you, and say, hey, who would you pair me up with? And we can kind of look and go, okay, here's someone else that's kind of running the same pace as you. Maybe you guys will work well together and you can try it out, okay? But have that accountability partner. Lisa, thank you for posting that. That's a great little tip.
Very good. And trust, when we give you tips on don't get into an accountability group, they pop up. So people will say, let's get a group to all go gold together. I would never do it.
And by the way, then when 10 people in that group are going gold and 4 of you haven't yet, it's hard, okay? Have that one accountability partner like Jana and I are for each other that you can run with, that you can, when one is down, you can pick the other up, things like that, okay?
Yes. Make sure, be choosy who you make that accountability partner.
Do we want to talk about our second contest now?
I put it down here.
Okay. Belief. Next, we're going to move on to belief. So far, we've covered all the new products. We talked about how to start and restart Plexus through team pages, consistency, back to basics. Now we're going to talk about
social media,
all that. We're going to talk about your belief. And I'm going to go over this one kind of sort of quickly because it has a lot to do with the next thing we're going to talk about. Belief. You have got to have belief in our products. We talked about that. You've got to have belief in our company. You guys, listen, if you don't have belief in our company yet, that's okay. Hear it from us, 2 Diamond ambassadors who know corporate. We know the business coaches. We know Alec and Tarl. I mean, we're not like best buds with them or anything, but we know them. We know where their hearts are for this company. And when I say for this company, I mean for each and every one of us. We know their values. We know that they want what is best for each and every one of us. So take it from us. Use our belief for a little bit until you build your own. The last one I really want to talk about, you've got to have belief in yourself. This is where so many people kind of sort of start to crumble. You've got to have that belief in yourself that you can do this. I mentioned earlier that it doesn't take a certain personality type. Okay? If you're on this team and you're on this call specifically right now, you're here for a reason. It's not by accident. You have to know that everything we're telling you is what you need to be hearing right now. You can do this. It is my firm belief. I love when Ann Scahill just smiles back at you. It's cute.
And she gives you a little head
I
shake.
know. I love it. It's cute.
Kind of like an amen.
It's like, those 2 ladies, Diamond and Silk, where they're just going, yeah, girl.
I'll start doing that.
Yeah, you start doing what I'm talking. Okay. I'll do what you're talking. Okay. Don't. That'll throw me off. Anyways, but you have to understand that you can do this. And I will tell you that all day long. There's not a single person on my team that I've signed up as my level 1 that I've gone, not sure if it's her, don't know if she can do it, don't know if he can do it. Everyone can do it. If you do a lot of the things that we've talked about tonight, you put in the work, you make sure it's staying personable, you post on the pages, you post on your personal page, you can do this without a doubt. Yes. Again, if you don't have belief in yourself right now, use our belief that we have in you. Piggyback on that for a little while until that belief you have in yourself grows. And by the way, if you're talking to people and they're saying no, you've got to remember, number 1, they're not saying no to you personally. This is business. It's not personal, okay? And number 2, they're not really saying no. They're just saying probably not yet. Circle back around to them.
And now's the perfect time. If they have
that's funny. Now is the perfect time to circle back around to those people, fire them back up, get them excited about our new products.
Yeah. And I think belief in yourself is probably the number 1 thing that gets people to quit. Yep. And I'm going to tell you, Amber and I were just talking about this tonight. I see it happen all the time. I see people jump into this and they get to working and they might even get themselves to gold. And do you know what that does? Okay, so it gets you excited, but then it also can create some major self-doubt up here. And you start going to yourself, I got to gold, but I can't get to senior gold. Like, I don't even know how, sometimes you're like, I don't even know how I got to gold. I don't know how I did this. And I can't get to senior gold. And so what happens? You just quit, and self-doubt will cause you to quit. And what you need to know is, so we talk that we're diamonds with the company. We are as normal as they come. Mm-hmm. Well,
normal's probably not the right word.
I mean, like, yeah, you're exactly right. I don't know if we're quite normal. I actually heard in the Diamond and Sapphire meeting, they actually said it over and over. You have to be a little bit weird to do this company. You have to just be a little weird.
This business, yeah.
This business. So if you're going to do this business, there has to be something a little weird.
Don't say normal is relative.
But what I mean by that is, I am a woman. I got married. Y'all know that. I shouldn't have had to say I'm a woman.
What?
Oh, that's funny. Okay. I got married when I was 19 years old. To my high school sweetheart, had my first baby.
She had been 19 for all of a month, too.
I had been. I got married at 21. My husband had no idea what he wanted to do for a living. We were broke as they come, living beyond paycheck to paycheck, and we lived that way for a long, long, long time. And that's what I mean by normal as they come, because the majority of this country is living the same exact way. Mm-hmm. I did not know there was a better way. I did not know there was a way that could get out of this. All I knew was I found a company with products I love, and Sunday did a contest where I could buy a new vacuum. And that's where it started. So I had no idea what the potential was and what was out there. I don't have a college degree. I don't have a lot of even work experience under my belt. I mean, I started having babies early. And so I don't have it. And so that's what I'm saying. You can do this. You can do this. I don't really care what your history is. And if you're sitting there thinking, but I do have a college degree and this is maybe below me. There was a great post going around on the Jules page about that, about all the people who have unbelievable degrees. And this industry beats what industry they were in previously, hands down. This is the best industry in the world, if you ask me, because the sky is the limit with how far you can take this and where you can go, and you won't find a better company. You just won't. I have learned so much about other ones out there, and you will not find a better company. But if you let belief in yourself get into your head, it will make you quit, and you will just quit. That's what happens. We've seen it happen over and over, and they just shut down and they quit because they don't think they can make it to the next level. They just don't. So you have to constantly up here be working. I believe in these products. So that's not hard for me to do because of what they've done for me personally, physically, and what they're doing for people I love. So having belief in the products to me is the easiest. Having belief in the company, like Amber said, if you don't have it yet because you don't know the company well enough, then you can just attach onto our belief for a while, but you'll get there. You will learn to love this company and love our executives and corporate. But belief in yourself is the thing that will cause you to quit. If you ever quit, I will almost bet hands down it was belief in yourself and you didn't think you could make it. And let me tell you something. I can remember getting to Emerald and thinking, I'll never be a diamond though. I'll never hit diamond. And something eventually had to click up here and say, I can be a diamond. Those are women just like me. Those are men just like my husband. They are just normal people that saw that they could do this. So I can do this. And even today, there's times I sit there and go, I couldn't win that trip to over yonder cave where all those people are. But yes, I can. I can too. If I want to win it next year, I can win it if I want to win it. It's all self-belief and deciding up here that I can do it and that I'm worth it. That's the big thing. You have to know that you're worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You're worth the next promotion. You're worth the paycheck that comes along with the next rank. You are worth it, and you have to decide up there that you are.
Mm-hmm. That, I think I need to remember what it's called for that trip over yonder cave before I can, I can't remember the name.
You just need to know you're going to the private island.
Yeah, I'm going to the private island. That leads us so perfectly into this next topic, and it's fear. Fear and belief go hand in hand. So let me circle back up real quick. We skipped over this one just a little bit. Belief in the products. If you don't have belief in our products yet, just start taking them. That's all you have to do to squelch that fear. That's it.
And if you're struggling with anything, get with your upline, shoot us a message. We'll help you make sure you're on the right products. But,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so people keep texting me that are on this call, but I texted her too, so that's okay. Fear. What is holding you back? We were at when we were at convention. Well, tell your story. You don't have to say names, but tell your story when you were talking about with Sonia about someone that you know.
Okay. So I mentioned this, I think, on the other call, but I'll say it again because I do think it's super powerful. So those of you that have been around for a while, you know Sonia Dudley. If you don't, just go to YouTube and search her.
And if
Sonia
you're ever
Dudley.
at an event, just go up and introduce yourself. She is the nicest, sweetest person that, in my opinion, completely embodies humility.
She is just a Tennessee country girl that will love on you and wants to see everybody become a diamond with plexus,
yes.
or just to reach what their goals are, whatever their goals are. So you may be on here tonight and you're like, I don't know that I want to be a diamond. And that's okay. What your goals are, that's what we want to help you reach. So I got to the meeting a little early, and I was standing out in the hallway with Sonia and a couple other women, and we were just chit-chatting about Joyome and we got to talk about hair and a lot of other things, really important stuff. And we got to talking about a girl that I know that has struggled, and she, dare I say it, has went backwards in points, and that's okay. She has just struggled getting back into the game. And I told Sonia, I said, it's so hard for me to understand because looking at this person, I just see this woman who is full of confidence. I think she appears confident, who seems to just have it together. And I don't understand. It's like, there's something holding her back. And Sonia thought for a minute, I could tell the wheels were turning, and she grabbed my hand and she said, Jana, she is afraid of something. You need to find out what she is afraid of because fear is what's holding her back. Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, isn't that what it is for a lot of us? We say it's a lot of other things. We say it's this or it's this. And I'm not saying that there's not other things that come into our life that doesn't slow us down, but get to the core, be honest with yourself. Get with somebody that you can be honest with, mm-hmm. and say, it's fear. There's fear of this happening or fear of this not happening. What if I work all of this time and I don't reach that next rank? That's a fear. Or what if I do reach that next rank and then all of a sudden I have a team looking back at me expecting so much? And so get to the core of it and find out what it is holding you back. And there's usually something that you're fearing, that you're afraid of.
Well, and there's a few different kinds of fear. There's fear of success. You're going, oh my goodness, they're talking about me hitting emerald and making $150,000 to $200,000 a year. They're talking about me going diamond and making $300,000 a year. There's a lot of fear involved with that. When you start talking about that kind of a career, that big of a career, it can look very scary. And I just want to tell you guys, we have a team that is full of believers. A lot of you guys believe in Jesus Christ, and obviously we do as well. I want to tell you guys, I believe wholeheartedly, and I will argue this with anyone, Satan cares about your plexus business. Absolutely. And he wants to stop you every chance he gets, because the more money you make, the more you're giving to your church, the more you're giving to missions, the more you're able to do some things like People in Plexus has done, like building the water wells and orphanages and adopting kiddos and all this stuff. He cares about it, and he wants to stop you at every possible turn that he can. I want to encourage you guys, go on YouTube, listen to a song called Fear is a Liar. And really, that's all we need to know about this part of this lesson. Fear is a liar. Don't listen to it. Move on. If only it were that easy, right? But it is. Fear is a liar. It is nothing, I was going to say it's nothing more, but it's nothing less than Satan himself trying to knock you down, trying to suck the wind out of your sails of this business, okay? So I want you guys just to remember that as you move forward. As you're having that fear of success and you're going, wait a minute, no one else in my family has done this. No one else in my family makes money like this. I'm not sure I can keep moving forward. Or wait a minute, no one in my upline that I know of has done A, B, or C. No one else has done this. What is holding you back? Then you have fear of failure. This was a huge one for me, you guys. I didn't graduate from college. I graduated from the skin of my teeth from high school. Jana knows it. It was tough. It was really, really tough. I was diagnosed with dyslexia and ADD in the 10th grade. And when you're already a sophomore in high school, it's tough at that point. It's tough to go back and relearn how to read things and how to do things. And I had a major fear of failure. I had a few other jobs like here and there, but the only real job that I had was I worked for my dad. And I thought, that's not a real job. Looking back at it and knowing now, that's a huge job. I work at his ministry. It's massive. But I thought, man, what am I going to do? What am I going to do if dad retires? Where am I going to go? Where am I going to work? I didn't get married till I was 35. Like we said, we're very opposite, okay? Got married when I was 35 years of age. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do if I never get married? Where am I going to work? What am I going to do? And then I start Plexus and I think, man, what if I'm terrible at this? What if I sign up a few people, which I did my first month, bless it. I mean, God blessed it big time. And people joined me and people signed up with me. But I thought, man, how am I going to lead these people? I don't know if I have the leadership skills. I don't know if I'm equipped to do this. And fortunately, I had a sister who was doing it with me. And we had a great upline helping us out. And as you progress in this business and you keep on keeping on, and you keep doing so many of the things we've already talked about tonight, your leadership skills will develop, even if Plexus forces them to. And sometimes that happens. You're going, crud, I don't know how to lead these people. I need to read a book. Where's John Maxwell, right? I need to figure this thing out. Your leadership skills will develop.
And that's okay to be there, because if you were on one of our very first team calls, you will note that if you were back with us then, we are very different now than we were then, because over time we've been forced to grow and we've been forced to do this. Sometimes it's simple thing as even, I don't know about y'all, but for me, sometimes I'm like, oh, so-and-so wants to sign up, but that means I got to go sit down with them at Starbucks and talk to them. And that's fear that can grip me. And honestly can stop me in my tracks. And for some of you, like for Amber, that's not scary to her, but there's other things that are scary to her. And so you have to get past those things. You have to move past them. The more you do them, the less scarier they become. Mm-hmm. The more you do it, the easier it gets. So just keep pushing through the fear, because the success is on the other side of the fear. So when you can move past it, then you can go, all right, I can do this now. And I love that Terry mentioned Christy Wright's speech. She spoke 100% on fear at convention. I just made a note. I will post her notes from the notes from her speech at convention, because it was fantastic. Mm-hmm. And there's a reason her whole speech was on fear.
By the way, I haven't even told you this yet, November 1st through the 3rd, I think, Christy Wright is doing a big event in Nashville, and I'm really thinking about going. And anybody wants to go with me? I mean, I'm going to fly up there, get a hotel room. I haven't even told you this yet. I just saw it. I I would love to have a group from our team go up there because in my personal opinion, this right here is what can grip you, hold you back, and keep you from moving forward at all in this business. Going to silver, getting to gold, anywhere can fit into this business.
Yeah, and there's just so many aspects of it. Fear of being rejected, fear of just, your leadership skills. I mean, there's just so much that goes into it. But I guarantee you, it's one of the major things that is holding you back. We didn't even talk about comparison. And did we talk about that? Fear of, a lot of times fear comes into play when we start to compare ourselves to one another. And I'm going to challenge you just to drop it right now. Just do not look to your left. Do not look to your right. Applaud those to your left. Applaud those. I'm doing that backwards. This is my left. Applaud those to your left. Applaud those to your right. And keep your blinders on. Because where they're going is really none of your business. It's just not. You need to figure out where you want to go, and you need to figure out where you want to be, and you've got to keep the blinders on and just keep moving forward. And comparison, we've all heard it. Comparison's the thief of joy. And so if you sit down, it can carry with you, and you don't hit a certain rank and it ends. You just don't. If it's ingrained in you and you just have to constantly compare, it's just going to keep holding you back. So stop doing it. Pick up the pieces right where you are today. It doesn't matter where you are. This is where you are. It doesn't matter where your best friend is or your neighbor or, maybe you and Susie started off on the same exact day and she's already sapphire and you're gold. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't. So just move forward with where you are right now. Okay, so the last thing we wanted to talk about was...
Before we talk about some big contests.
Oh, we're not done.
No, we're not done.
Because the biggest contest is still coming. For a lot of you, it is time for you to leave the nest. And it's exciting and it's scary, but it's time. And it is time for you to start getting on Facebook and doing your own Facebook Lives. It's time for you to grab your level 1 and say, we're getting on, start posting on your personal page that we're going live at 7:00 tonight. We're going to do this together. We're going to share what Plexus has done for us. It's time for you to host your own team call. It's time for you to say, come to my house Saturday at noon, and I'm going to tell you about Plexus. If you're going to do it, I'm going to tell you the key to ever hosting any event. Advertise the heck out of it. Don't post about it once and then cry because nobody shows up. If you want to do an event, you will notice when we do team calls, we post about it 20 times before the team call comes. And that's why people get on.
And we make a video with sweet special effects. Kudos, Randa Blackwood.
I don't know how we're going to top that one. But you have to advertise the heck out of anything you do. I don't care if you're going to do a Facebook Live at 7:00 p.m. on Monday night, tomorrow night. Then you should post about it 5 times between now and tomorrow night at 7:00. A minimum of 5 times. You should post about it everywhere. You should tag your mom and your grandma and your dog in the post so that their friends all see it too. And you have to push it. You can't go to your team one day and say, I'm going to do a team call 2 weeks from tomorrow night. Be there. And then you get on and you're like, Jana, nobody was there. That's because they forgot about it. The best time to push anything, except a face-to-face event, obviously, is starting 2 hours before the event. Post about it 2 hours before the event, an hour and a half before the event, an hour before the event, 30 minutes before the event, and you'll have people get on there.
And by the way, if in the rare event that only a couple people jump on there, speak truth and speak life into those couple of people.
Because all it takes is a couple people.
One of those could be your rock star, your biggest runner. Just keep talking to those people. You'll know that they're on there because they want something from this. So just pour into them as much as you possibly can.
Yes. So like I said, it's time, some of you that you've been around for a while, it's truly time for you guys to spread your wings. It is time for you to fly, because if you keep riding on the coattails of your upline, you're never going to get to the next rank. It's time for you to step up and in your mind say, I am an emerald. I am an emerald, and I have what it takes to be an emerald, and I'm going to lead like an emerald would lead. It doesn't mean leaving your upline, obviously, but you can't continue to ride on the coattails. So it's time for you to do your events. I know a lot of you do, but we just felt like that was something that we see a lot, and it's because all of our uplines do amazing things. I mean, they're constantly, and get plugged into them. If you see an upline doing a 14-day challenge and you don't have time to do your own 14-day challenge, then plug into it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying making sure that you are spreading wings. You are doing some of your own things so that your team sees that and they see that, okay, she is stepping up. She is rising to the occasion. So step out of your comfort zone. Do the hard stuff. You'll see that it pays off. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about comp plan. We debated on doing a comp plan training. I'm going to do a comp plan training really soon because
it's always fun to know how you get paid.
If you're my personality at all, some of you get into this business and you're like, well, I just trust Jana. I know she says I'm going to get a paycheck, so I'm just going to go to work. I'm not that way. I actually, years ago, joined another company, and I asked my upline and her upline. I asked repeatedly, I'm like, can someone come show me how I get paid? And I can remember the two levels up looking at me and go, I've never seen anybody want to know so much how they got paid. I'm like, thinking to myself, why wouldn't I want to know? Like, I'm working my tail off. I want to know how exactly I'm going to get paid, because that affects how you work, right? This is a job in a lot of ways. It's the funnest job I've ever had. It's the most rewarding job. It feels like family and working with family, and I get to set my own hours, but it is income for my family. And so when I look at it that way, I have to work the most efficient, the most effective way. And you can't really do that if you don't know how you get paid. So we're not going to go over the whole comp plan tonight. Plexus pays us 11 different ways. And so that's why it's exciting. You go to other companies and you're going to hear about 2 ways you get paid. You're going to hear about a way you get paid if you have customers and a way you get paid if you build a team. You're not going to hear 11 different ways. So it's extremely exciting. And I will tell you, the very first meeting I had with Cindy, she explained the comp plan to us. And Amber and our eyes were kind of glazed over. I was like, what did she just say? But enough of it registered with me, enough to get me going and get me started. And as we learned more, it all just made sense. And it helps me know how to effectively work my business. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do is, again, the next day or two, be watching. I'm going to try not to roll out all these contests right at one time. But there are going to be, like I said, 3 contests going at the same time. I'm trying to decide a date that I'm going to actually do a call. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do a comp plan contest. I did this back a couple years ago. I found the post. It was extremely effective. It worked, and it explained the comp plan beautifully. So there will be a comp plan contest, and in it will be, if you ever see my contest, you know I lay them out very simple, like do this, and then do this, and then do this, and then tell me what your questions are. And so I will make sure every detail is covered in this contest. There will be prizes you can win. Yes, prizes. Who knows? You may buy a vacuum with it. I don't know. And you're going to want to do it. And I don't care if you've known the comp plan for a while or you haven't. Every single time I hear it, there's always something little that clicks with me. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, I forgot that we get paid that 5% on my level 1 customers. Like, I forget, little things that you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So, the income with Plexus, it still blows me away. I mean, honestly, like, it still just, I just still can't believe how good they are to us. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking like at gold, I'm talking at like silver level. I'm talking the money you can be making as a silver. The money I made at silver changed things for my family. Mm-hmm. It just did. And silver is not hard to achieve. And so the comp plan is important. It's important to me that you know it and you will understand why when you learn it. So be watching. There's going to be fun prizes. I promise they're fun. And that will be rolled out in the next day or two. And I may then do and what we're going to do with this most likely is I'm just going to make this particular contest. Don't shoot me, but it's just going to be for ambassador, silver ambassadors, and golds. And here's why. I want you to get your brand new ambassadors on that and tell them this is only for the only people that can win these contests. It's going to be a very small percentage of this team. So the odds of you winning this contest are huge. And for a lot of people, when they can learn our comp plan, you've got a rock star on your hands, and they're going to go, okay, I can run with this. I can do this. So that's coming.
Ambassadors, silver ambassadors, and gold ambassadors. That contest is only for y'all.
And by ambassadors, we just mean you haven't reached
silver yet. Okay. So we're super excited about that.
And you should be excited. I don't care if you're senior, gold, above. You should be actually very excited about it because you're going to plug your team into that contest that I'm giving the prizes away for. And you're going to say, all you got to do is watch these videos, read this, ask questions, and you can win prizes. And then it never fails. Someone always will come back and go, oh, I didn't know I could make that much money and win a gift card or whatever Jana decides to give away. So get excited about that. The other contests are for everybody.
Okay. Last but not least, we are going to do a leaders retreat.
We need like a drum roll for this.
Yes.
Everybody do a drum roll.
Because hold on. Now, first of all, let's talk about leaders retreat.
I'm very excited about this.
This year, leaders retreat is a cruise to the Bahamas, y'all. It is incredible. And BT Dubs, Jules, in case you missed this, will not be at Leaders Retreat this year.
We can't earn it.
So that's about 600 to 700 people that you guys just bumped out of the way to get to Leaders Retreat. So kudos to y'all. How many of you guys have been on a cruise before? Okay.
I never have.
Favorite, I mean, it was my honeymoon, so it should be my favorite, but my favorite vacation, hands down. And every time we came back from our room, the bed was made, towels were folded. I told Jonathan not to get used to it. But I mean, and he didn't, fortunately. But seriously, so much fun, so exciting. Cruise to the Bahamas. All include, it's going to be amazing. I promise you it's going to be amazing. And Plexus runs its own contest for Leaders Retreat. Back in your back office, you'll click on Leaders Retreat credits, and it will show you your credits. You have to have a certain number of credits to get to Leaders Retreat, and then past that, there's other things you can earn for Leaders Retreat. But Jan and I have talked, we want to do our own Leaders Retreat contest. This is open to everyone on our team who's eligible for Leaders Retreat. So Jules, listen up, because you'll want to promote this to your teams, but sorry, it's not for y'all. It's not for us. It's just for those who are Senior Ruby and below, or anyone who...
Well, anyway. Include our whole team. Our Jules can do this too. Why couldn't they?
So they just go by their Emerald Extravaganza points?
Yeah.
All right, Jules, you're in it.
We love you.
Executive decision has been made. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. We are starting an exclusive, exciting Facebook group for everyone who gains 100 Leaders Retreat credits or more.
And some of you are
already there, and you'll be plugged into that group right away. Okay, 100 Leaders Retreat credits or more. Those are the only people that are going to be eligible for this exclusive group. The more I say exclusive, the fancier I think it sounds. So I keep trying to say
it is pretty fancy, actually.
It's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good.
Don't get off now. A lot of people have left, and they're going to regret that they left.
There will be daily, every single day, motivation, inspiration, and tips from us and from other diamonds and jewels. You're not just going to hear from us. You're going to hear from the top earners in this company. They'll be motivating you, giving you tips, giving you ideas on how you
helping you strategize.
Yes, helping you strategize on how you can keep getting those Leaders Retreat credits.
You're probably not going to get to Leaders Retreat organically, guys. You're just not.
And I want to talk to you.
Strategize.
Remind me, I want to talk to them about the different ways that you posted on how to get to Leaders Retreat and kind of picking one of those. Okay, so when you're in this exclusive group, you'll be getting all those tips and all that stuff from us and from other jewels in the company, probably mostly diamonds in our company. You will get to hear from, I just said that. I'm reading. But the part you will love the most are the huge prizes. Okay. So every time I hear the word huge,
we're going to give away prizes 3 times. 3 times. So there'll be prizes given on July 1st, August 1st, and September 1st. Okay. And once you're in the group, you'll start hearing exactly how you earn these prizes. But 100 Leaders Retreat credits get you in the exclusive group. The way we'll do that is we'll make another post on the Slim Sisters page where you will comment when you have 100 Leaders Retreat credits, and then we will add you to that group.
Okay, here's some of the prizes we're going to be giving away. Are y'all ready? Hold on. It's big. We're going to be giving away an Amazon Echo, not a Dot, not the little one, the Amazon Echo, name brand sunglasses. Amazon gift cards, Tory Burch sandals, an iPad. We're going to give away a Nordstrom, at least one Nordstrom gift card, and probably another, maybe like a Dillard's or something gift card, another name brand store. Okay, those are just a few of the prizes.
And we're doing this. This is not from corporate. This is on top of everything else you can earn from corporate for Leaders Retreat. And here's the thing that you have to understand: you do not have to earn all 900 credits to be in on these prizes. Okay, 900 credits get you to Leaders Retreat. Okay, so you need to know that. Once you get 900 credits, then corporate swoops in and says, all right, we're taking you on a cruise, and you can start winning more prizes that corporate gives away. But we want to start rewarding you up to the 900 credits. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So all you have to do to get in the group and be eligible for prizes is have 100 credits. So we will post more about this. We want you to share this with your team. We're really excited about this because we've never done anything like this to piggyback off of a corporate contest like this anyway. So it's going to be fun. Exclusive groups like these are actually super fun. I feel like it's a small group of all people working towards the same goal. And so that's really fun when you get in a group of people like that, and it's upbeat and it's positive, and we're all shooting to go on a cruise. Well, we can't, but we're going to cheer you guys on to that cruise.
Y'all have fun on your cruise. Anyway.
So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're very, very, very excited about it.
And here's the thing. I mean, being serious, we can't go, but we want a strong team presence on this cruise.
Like, I kind of picture, like, at the front of the ship, just like all Slim Sisters people, like doing the whole Titanic pose off the boat or something like that. Like, if you guys are there, I better get some pictures like that. That's all I'm saying.
That'd be a lot of people doing the
Leo
and Kate.
It would be really cool.
Anyway, okay. You want to do this?
Yeah. So
we're going to recap real quick.
We're going to recap, and then we're actually going to send you somewhere else. So stay with us. I'm so excited about the contest that we're doing, though, because I feel like the other contests, I want to give you tools that you need, social media training, comp plan training, to get you on that cruise, to get you to your next rank. And then we're going to do this Leaders Retreat contest. So if you will plug into these, I think that you will just be set knowing what to do. You won't question what to do, and you can run with it. Okay. So we're excited. Be really stalking the Slim Sisters page and push it with your team so that they know it's there too. So let's recap. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to recover from that.
You said recap.
Oh my goodness, my face is turning red.
Oh, that was a highlight. Hashtag recap.
Okay.
Oh my word.
We'll try that again.
That was really funny.
It's like success. I have trouble saying success.
She does
too.
have trouble. We won't tell you.
I don't use
it. Ann said recap the success kid, Jana. She can't say success. Another word comes out.
I don't say it very well either.
Anywho.
Let's recap.
Ooh.
We're going to recap. Everybody bring it back together. Let's bring it back. Everybody come back in here. Let's try.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's get recaps trending on social media.
You want to just go back and forth?
Sure.
Okay, number 1. In everything you do, be consistent. Everything with this business, consistency is key. Successful people do consistently what other people do occasionally. Did you catch that? Why can't I talk tonight? I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm tired. Successful people do consistently what others do occasionally. All right? So there you go. Number 1.
Duplicate. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just need to follow in the footsteps of the leaders that have gone before you. Duplicate. Make sure that what you're doing for your team is duplicatable, and then look at the things that your upline and other leaders in this business are doing that you can duplicate and give to your team.
We just saw Robin's comment. Oh, gosh.
You're never going to hear the end of that.
This call just went downhill fast. Okay. Belief. Let's talk about belief. Believe in yourself, the industry of network marketing, in our company, and in our products. We didn't even really talk about belief in the industry of network marketing. If you start researching it, your belief will skyrocket, because if you see the people, the changed lives because of network marketing, you will never go back to another industry. I truly believe that. If you lack belief in any of the 3 areas we talked about, our company, our products, or yourself, your business will not grow to its fullest potential. It can't. You've capped it off. You've put a stop on it. So if belief is holding you back in any of those 3 areas, you'll never reach the fullest potential with this company.
Next one is challenge. Challenge yourself to step outside of your comfort zone, because that is where the magic happens. If you're always comfortable in this business, you're probably not promoting. You're not seeing rank advancement happen in your team. Challenge your teams to share their biggest dreams with you, and then connect this opportunity to their dreams. Let them tell you why they're doing this, and make sure they're getting really personal with it. Through Plexus, these dreams can and will be achieved.
Okay, this is a kicker. This one is huge, huge, huge. And if you will remember the next few sentences I'm about to tell you, it will help you to be able to get over this. But the next word I want to leave you with is detach. Okay, and a lot of you that have been around for a while, you know I use this one a lot, but man, it's huge. Detach from the emotional roller coaster that is network marketing. You have to remember that people are fickle. They come and go. Customers come and go. Ambassadors come and go. But if you stay the course, if you put your blinders on and keep moving forward, regardless of what those around you do, you will find success. So detach from the emotions. It's hard for us as women to do, isn't it? But when you start to find yourself getting wrapped up into that, remember, this is my job, and I'm going to detach from the emotions. It's like Amber said earlier, people are saying no. If they tell you no, they are saying no to Plexus. They are not saying no to you, and their no may not always be forever. Just like I told you the story of Linda and her ambassador. I've heard that over and over with Joyome. People that said no, 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 and now they're saying, give me some Joyome, okay? So detach from the emotions.
And the last one I want to leave you guys with is pray. Give it to God and pray for your team. James 1:8 says, every good gift, every perfect gift comes from above. I think it's 1:8. It might be 1:7. This is a very good gift that God has given us. Pray for your team. Pray for your customers, your ambassadors, and for our company.
Yeah.
Let me say one last thing real quick, if you don't mind. We're almost done. But I just want to say, don't look at me while I'm saying this. I just want to say to my sister and with all of you listening that we love you and we love having you on this call and the last call. And this has been like, it's awesome. I'll just say that because I don't want to make you cry too. But
well, I just want to tell you guys, okay, so I need y'all to hold me accountable a couple things. And I hope you guys hear my heart. There's new people on here that do not know my story at all, do not know what's happened in my life, but a lot of you do. And so I just feel like most days, there's days I don't, but most days, like this is where I want to be with you guys. And I love that because you're part of my extended family, and you've become that to me over the years working this business together. You have become family to me. And so this is where I want to be. I want to be with y'all, and it's hard. There's days like, even after getting on this call, it's crazy after going through what I've gone through, how you feel emotionally drained. But at the same time, it is where I want to be. So this is what I'm asking y'all to hold me accountable. And I'm so nervous because I know I'm going to get messages tomorrow. So I have really struggled with how to get back into this after taking a break after losing Allie. And I post a lot on my team page. I do a lot of behind the scenes. I've signed up some people behind the scenes, but I have not posted on social media about Plexus. And there's reasons behind that. I won't go into all the reasons, but there's a lot of reasons and a lot of, I don't know if concern's the word, but just a lot of reasons. I'll just say that. And so, but I feel like the time's right. And here, the reason why, there's a couple reasons why. I want them to be part of you. I want them to find this family. I want my friends to find this community that I have with all of you. That's one. Two, I want them to see these, I want them to get a hold of these products. I want people that I've met over the last 17 months to have access to these products and to see what they can do for their health, because we know what they can do for their health. Okay. Three, I struggle talking about the financial side of Plexus. A lot of us do. At the same time, when you go through something so traumatic as what we have been through, to not have to worry about finances on top of that, do you understand the blessing that is? Like, do you understand? Like, that's huge. I mean, it is massive that has not been heaped up on what we've already had to go through. And I want that for other people. I want that freedom to, whatever it is in their life that they're going through, to have that and be able to experience that. And so I'm going to do my very best to really make my first post tomorrow that I really haven't made in months and months. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to say, and I'm just going to pray the Lord will lead me and give me words to say that are from my heart, and people read them and know they're from my heart. And I'm not trying to sell somebody anything, because I'm not, and I never have been. This business is not about that. We talk about business strategy. You have to have strategy. I mean, I didn't get into this business and think, I'm going to work my tail off and I don't care if I make a dime. That doesn't even make sense, people. I mean, that's great, and you sound like an angel when you say it, but it's just not reality. I'm not going to give up my time with kids and my family and not be able to contribute to my family somehow. Okay? So I also know this business is also 100% about helping people, right? It is. So when you can learn the beauty of the balance of that it's my job, I want to contribute to my family, I have goals, I want to hit the next rank, but I 100% just want to help people, I want to help people, I want to help people. And you can do both. You don't have to sacrifice one for the other. You never have to sacrifice one for the other. They can both work together. And they do. They work together. And so I just want people to see my heart. I want them to see where I'm coming from. And so you guys can hold me accountable. I'm going to make a post tomorrow, and I'm going to try to be able to be more consistent doing that. So it's hard for me. It didn't used to be hard for me, but it's hard for me now. So just throwing that out there that you guys can hold me accountable to that. There's something else that I just wanted to cover real quick too, is while we're talking about that, in this business, I was telling Ann Scahill this yesterday, this is something they talked in our Diamond meeting, and we talk about balance a lot in this business. And in the Diamond and Sapphire meeting, someone said, you'll never have balance, but you can learn to have harmony. Mm-hmm. And so when you're working a business like this, you're kind of on call 24/7, aren't you? If you're not careful, if you don't put your phone down. And there's going to be seasons that are busier than other seasons. There's going to be times of the day that are busier than other times of the day. And so you can learn to work this business in harmony with the rest of your life. Maybe not balance, because I think balance is a lie. I mean, think about all the areas of your life. There's just times work is busier. There's times family is busier. There's times different things in your life is busier than other times. So work towards harmony in your business when you're working it. And I think you can definitely find that. So I think we're ready to wrap this meeting up. We have talked your ear off now for a long
And we know that this call was longer than normal. We never have done a call this long before. We always keep it right at an hour or less. So thank you all y'all for sticking with us. And now we want y'all to go get on another call.
Yes. Okay. So literally 8:30. If you guys were at convention, you saw Senior Ruby Justine. How do you say her last name?
Fulker.
I don't know how you say it. I'm afraid I'm going to say something.
Yeah, don't say something bad.
Again.
Don't recrap that.
She is a therapist, I think. Why can't you say that again?
Because it's funny.
No, I have to say that again. Oh my goodness, she blew us away. Jen Hawkins is hosting her. I have posted about it on the team page. I will post it again as soon as we hang up. It will be the first thing I post on the team page. So watch for it. It's a YouTube, so it's not like this kind of call. You just get on YouTube and you can just listen to her. I really, truly feel like she is going to blow you away with her wisdom, and y'all are going to probably be like, well, we need to get Justine on a call. That girl is amazing. I really do feel that way. So we're going to redirect you to that call as we hang up. And Dawn Hill, are you still on here? If so, can you unmute yourself? We would like for you to close us in prayer if you're still on here, Dawn. I can't see her.
I'm on. Sorry.
Do you mind praying for us, Dawn?
No, I can. Sorry.
Thank you.
Dear Heavenly Father, I just thank you for this time tonight. I thank you for these moments with Stan and Amber. I thank you for this business. I pray for everyone on this team that they see the blessing that God has for them and the people that we need to reach. Please guide us and direct us each day. Help our mindset. This night was more powerful than I could have ever dreamed. I pray that people see the blessings that Plexus can give and the health. Thank you for our leaders. God, thank you for our leaders. Help us to not get weary. Give us strength each day. And know that in all things there's beauty in the broken. We love you, Lord. In your name I pray, amen.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thanks, guys. We'll see y'all later. Don't forget about the call with Justine at 8:30. You got a 6-minute break. Love you guys.
Love y'all.